until November 17th, 14 area schools will compete to be this year's Scholastic Showdown champion. Tonight, 2 more teams will compete in this single elimination tournament. Only one will continue on. Scholastic Showdown is brought to you by Richland County Vision Project and WMFD TV. Sponsored by the Ohio State University Mansfield and North Central State College. Tournament awards provided by School Specialty. Special assistance provided by Mid-Ohio Educational Service Center. And now, here's your host, Bill Sharp.
Good evening, and welcome to Scholastic Showdown. Tonight, we have 2 teams competing in our single elimination contest. Last night, Crestview defeated Mansfield Senior and will advance to the second round of competition. Tonight, 2 more teams will compete in 3 segments. The first segment will consist of 10 questions for Team A. Team A will have up to 20 seconds to give their answer to each question. After Team A has completed all questions, Team B will be able to answer any question that Team A answered incorrectly or passed. Segment 2 is the same as Segment 1, with the questions going to Team B. Our final segment is what we call the lightning round. Questions may be answered by either team by pushing their buzzer first. All questions are worth 1 point, and there's no deduction for incorrect answers. Tonight's teams are Clear Fork and Loudonville. Now, let's begin Scholastic Showdown, starting with 10 questions for Clear Fork. Question 1. Identify the story of Jabez Stone, a New Hampshire farmer who sells his soul to the devil and then, when Mr. Scratch comes to collect, retains a great lawyer and orator to save him.
The Devil and Tom Walker.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Question number 2. After glacial ice in a cirque has melted, the remaining lake is called a...
Glacial Lake.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Question number 3. In what year did Congress first exercise its authority under the Constitution to declare war?
(1812).
That is correct. Question number 4. Name the 1967 war during which Israel gained control of the Sinai approaches to the Suez Canal.
Six-Day War.
That is correct. Question number 5. What term referred to the smallest organized group within the Communist Party?
The Politburo.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Question number 6. The prologue of what play by Sophocles begins with these words? Ismene, dear sister, you would think that we had already suffered enough for the curse on Oedipus.
Antigone.
Antigone is correct. What art form is exemplified by these titles? Amal and the Night Visitors, The Magic Flute, Don Giovanni, Aida.
Musicals.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Question number 8. What novel by Stephen King deals with a family stranded in a haunted house?
The Shining.
The Shining is correct. Question number 9. Eli Whitney invented the cotton gin. Gin is short for what?
Grinder.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Question number 10. This is a math question. If 10 plus Q is less than 14 minus 3Q, then Q is less than...
Q is less than 1.
That is correct. And that completes your first round of questions. Loudonville, would you like to take any of the questions that were missed or passed by Clear Fork?
Number 2, glacial pool.
That is incorrect. The correct answer, tarn.
5, bourgeoisie.
Bourgeoisie is incorrect. The correct answer, cell.
7, opera.
Opera is correct.
9, Ginny.
That is incorrect. The correct answer, engine. Gin is short for engine. Any other questions that you'd like to? If not, that's the end of this round. We'll be back with questions for Clear Fork when our competition continues with Team B, Clear Fork, right? Loudonville. I knew it. I knew it. It's Loudonville. We'll be back with Loudonville's questions right after this. Now, we're going to begin with a question for those of you at home. Scholastic Showdown is a project of... Sorry, your time is up. It's a project of the Richland County Vision Board. Let's get back to the kids. Our next team, Loudonville, team questions. Question number 1. What adjective indicates the type of comedy in which disturbing or sinister subjects like death, disease, or warfare are treated with bitter amusement in a manner to offend or shock the audience?
Cynical.
Cynical is incorrect. Question number 2. Jeannie Morris wrote a biography, The Short Season. This concerns what 26-year-old football player who comes to terms with his impending death from cancer? Time has expired. We'll move to question 3. Either by revoking sentences or by promising not to press charges, a state may pardon offenders. Name this official action.
Plea bargain.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Question number 4. Name the largest commodity trading market in the United States. Sorry, your time has expired. We'll move to question 5. What writing error is in this passage? The fuel tanks of several ICBM missiles were found to be leaking. Time has expired. We'll move to question 6. What is a person doing when his upper esophageal sphincter opens, his glottis closes, his diaphragm contracts, his abdominal muscles contract, and his intragastric pressure rises?
Hiccuping.
Hiccuping is incorrect. We'll move to question 7. What is the title of an elected official who works in the north wing of the Capitol building in Washington, D.C.?
Senator.
Senator is correct. Question number 8. Oil, gas, and water are almost always in distinctive layers beneath anticline traps. Which is always at the top of this sequence?
Oil.
Oil is incorrect. Question number 9. In dismissing a trial for a person charged with what did William Penn utter these words in the late 1680s? There is no law in Pennsylvania against riding on broomsticks.
Witchcraft.
Witchcraft is correct. Question number 10. On a piano keyboard, any two notes played together, skipping 3 diatonic notes in between, is a...
Perfect fourth.
Sorry, that's incorrect. That completes your round, Loudonville. Clear Fork, would you like any of the questions that were missed or passed?
Number 1, satirical.
Satirical is incorrect. The correct answer is black.
Number 2, Brian Telford.
Brian Telford is incorrect. Brian Piccolo is the subject of that book.
Number 3, settlement.
Settlement is incorrect. Amnesty.
Number 4, corn.
Corn is incorrect. The largest commodity trading market in the United States is the Chicago Board of Trade.
Number 6, swallowing.
Number 6, swallowing is incorrect. The correct answer, vomiting.
Number 8, gas.
Gas is correct.
Number 10, third.
Third is incorrect. It's a fifth. That concludes the team questions for Loudonville. The lightning round is next, so stay with us. Before we begin tonight's lightning round, let's meet our competitors. We'll begin with Clear Fork. Give me your name, the year you are in school, and some of your interests, please. We'll begin with you.
My name is Ryan Garrison. I'm in 10th grade, and I'm interested in computer programming, computer science.
My name is Matthew Miller. I'm a junior at Clear Fork. I'm interested mainly in history and English and also athletics and music.
My name's Tim Boffman. I'm a junior at Clear Fork. I'm interested in music, and I participate in cross-country, wrestling, track, and stage band.
I'm Peter Now. I'm a senior, and I like movies.
What kind of movies do you like? Time's up. But there's no deduction for an incorrect answer, so don't worry about that. Let's move to Loudonville. Same information.
I'm Sam Covert. I'm a senior. I mostly enjoy government with my teacher, Mrs. Boone. I also enjoy movies, romance.
My name is Jim Lingenfelder, and I'm a senior, and I'm interested in music. I play the trombone, and I sing in the choir as a tenor.
My name is Lissa Glasgow. I'm a junior. I enjoy jewelry making, writing, and shopping.
You wrote it down.
I did.
You did.
My name is Brandon Carmel. I'm a junior, and I enjoy moped racing and stargazing.
Not at the same time. Preferably not. So we're fortunate to have such talented and bright young people with us this evening. Let's go on with our lightning round. These questions anyone may answer. Buzz in. As soon as you hit the buzzer, please release the button. And here we go. Who discovered serums for rabies and Black Death? You rang in.
Louis Pasteur.
Louis Pasteur is correct. What American leader said this about slavery? I tremble for my country when I remember that God is just.
Patrick Henry.
Patrick Henry is incorrect.
Jefferson.
Jefferson is correct. The southeasternmost tip of Tierra del Fuego is a possession of what South American?
Argentina.
Argentina is correct. This is a math question. Find the number of degrees in each exterior angle of a regular polygon with 12 sides.
30.
30 is correct. The largest amphibious military operation in history occurred in 1944 when Allied forces landed at?
Normandy.
Normandy is correct. In what work by Emerson are these words? Here once the embattled farmer stood and fired the shot heard round.
At Concord Bridge.
That is incorrect.
Is there more to the question?
No. And the time ran out. The correct answer, Concord Hymn. Work is represented by the general formula of force times
Distance.
distance is correct. What force causes parts of a solid to slip past one another like cards in a deck?
Cleavage.
Cleavage is incorrect. The correct answer, shear. Denmark borders land of what country?
Germany.
Germany is correct. What do all God's children have according to the spiritual?
Love.
Love is incorrect.
God's love.
God's love is incorrect. Wings is the answer. All God's children have wings. A math question. A horse 64 inches tall is how many hands high?
Eight hands.
8 is incorrect.
Four.
4 hands is incorrect. 16 is the answer. 16. These channels are adjacent to what state? Koalakahi Channel.
Hawaii.
Hawaii is correct. And I practiced so hard all these other names of these channels. We didn't get to them. An organism that uses oxygen for respiration can be described by what adjective?
Aerobic.
Aerobic is correct. What term indicates innate behavior of animals related to self-preservation?
Hibernation.
Hibernation is incorrect.
Instinct.
Instinct is correct. Complete this title from a Robert Elliott Burns bestseller published in the 1930s. I am a fugitive from a Georgia...
Plantation.
Plantation is incorrect. And the time has expired. Chain gang is the answer. What province of Canada that borders U.S. territory extends farthest north?
Quebec.
Quebec is incorrect. Time expired. Yukon is the answer. Who was the most famous son of Henry II of England?
Richard the Lionheart.
Richard the Lionheart is correct. Prime Minister Attlee and Joseph Stalin were two of the three principal leaders who attended the Potsdam Conference in 1945. Name the U.S. president who also...
Harry Truman.
Harry Truman is correct. Who succeeded George Wallace as governor of Alabama in 1966?
Strom Thurmond.
Strom Thurmond is incorrect. The correct answer, Lurleen Wallace. Solids dissolved in a liquid have what effect on the freezing point of that liquid?
They lower it.
Freezing point is lowered, that's correct. Name the specialist who deals with the diagnosis and treatment of disorders of childhood.
Pediatrician.
Pediatrician is correct. The Winter Palace, the principal residence of Russian czars, was built in what city?
Moscow.
Moscow is incorrect.
St. Petersburg.
St. Petersburg is correct. A color which will absorb the entire portion of white light reflected by another color is what kind of color?
Absorbent.
Absorbent is incorrect. Correct answer, complementary. What space program made the first circumlunar voyage possible?
Apollo?
Apollo is correct. Albinism is a genetic disorder that results in a lack of skin.
Pigment.
Pigment is correct. Who was the man of destiny?
Muhammad Ali.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Napoleon Bonaparte. What two categories of nutrients do not contain abundant nitrogen?
Minerals and amino acids.
That is incorrect. Correct answer, fats and carbohydrates. In 1987, what aircraft made a non-stop flight around the world without refueling?
The Concorde jet.
Concorde is incorrect. Correct answer, Voyager. This vice president garnered much attention in 1969 for his Des Moines, Iowa speech, which deplored the power of a band of network commentators. Who was he?
Spiro Agnew.
Spiro Agnew is correct. Carthage was originally a colony founded near present-day Tunis by people from what ancient maritime country?
Rome.
Rome is incorrect.
Phoenicia.
Phoenicia is correct. The Rosetta Stone made the translation of Egyptian hieroglyphics possible because a passage written in hieroglyphics was also in what other... I'll finish the question. In what other language?
Latin.
Latin is incorrect. The correct answer, Greek. And that completes our competition for this evening. Loudonville, Clear Fork, the winner, Clear Fork this evening. Thank you so much for being with us. Loudonville, you did a wonderful job tonight. Please join us next week. Who's coming up next week? Let me take a look here. We'll have Plymouth versus Shelby on Tuesday right here on Scholastic Showdown. Remember, support your local schools. Good night.